Welcome back. The world is a vastly different place than it was on September 10th, 2001. And joining us to talk about how it has changed for Arab Americans is Nadia Tanova, director of the National Network for Arab American Communities. Nadia, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
How has life changed since the attacks on September 11th?
Well, since the tragic attacks of September 11th, our community has really been under fire in terms of profiling. We're seeing more and more Arab Americans having problems, whether it's when traveling at the border and being stopped for no reason, or being pulled over and discriminated by the police for no reason whatsoever. So our community is facing a number of challenges in that area.
And I understand that every individual has a story to tell. You guys have set up a website where stories can be listened to. Is that correct?
That's correct. We've launched an oral history project to document these stories about our community facing these challenges, and people can hear those stories on ArabStereotypes.org or NNAAC.org. Now, we actually have a clip from the oral history that we can play for you. Who is this clip with? This clip is with Representatives Rashida Tlaib, and she's talking with activist Linda Sarsour. Okay, take a listen.
I was scared because we knew the FBI was going to come door knocking, and they did. My mother had the first visit when my father wasn't home. And then my father had the SWAT team show up at his business. My brother, someone called the 800 number and said he was a terrorist. And if you know anything about my brother Rashad, he's nothing but a partier in college.
Now, why is it important to get these stories out there?
Well, our community has really felt silent since September 11th. A number of policies have made it very difficult for our community to speak out, and so it's important for our community to feel empowered and be able to tell their own story and talk about the things that are happening to us on a daily basis.
Who would you like to see visit this website?
We'd like everyone to visit this website and really get more knowledge about what's happening on these issues and to hear these stories. They're great stories.
Now, as we move forward, of course, we are now more than a decade from those attacks. How would you like to see things differ in the future as the way that Arab Americans are portrayed?
Well, I certainly hope that in the future, you know, we're talked about much more fairly, and that people understand the community much more, and the community is brought into the fabric of American life more than it is today, rather than being ostracized and profiled.
Well, certainly, hopefully, as time moves on, the healing process can begin, but it definitely is one of those situations that will certainly take time. So thank you so much for taking time and joining us.
For having me.
Thank you. And Chris, Tara, good morning.